What's going on, everybody? It's Stanley with Statter Sales, and I'm super excited to be with you today. You might be wondering, where are you recording this thing? Is that a little baby giraffe over there? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm recording it in my super fancy recording studio, my son's bedroom. So, didn't want anybody to be confused on what that little guy was doing back there. Anyways, diving in. So today, what are we talking about? We're talking about perception. We're talking about being a salesperson and having to sell a difficult lot, a difficult floor plan, a difficult policy, a difficult, room block, whatever that might be for you. You, if you've been in sales at any period of time, have had to sell something relatively challenging, maybe even something you don't believe in. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how to do that in a great story that I love. It's one of my favorites of all time. So I was in this philosophy class back in college, and the professor went on to tell us this amazing story. So he talks about how there was this philosophy course one day, and the professor, leading up to the final exam, sat all the students down and gave them a big study guide, and they're talking about Plato and Socrates and Greeks and all the different great minds of the past, right? And he's getting them ready for this huge final exam. On the day of the final exam, all the students are eager and they're sitting there nervous in their seats, and the professor walks in real quietly. He hands out one piece of blank sheet of paper to everybody in the room, okay? Then he walks over, he grabs a chair, and he sets it right in the middle. Everybody's kind of looking around like, what's going on? He walks over to the whiteboard and he writes one question. Tell me why this chair is not here. Question mark, puts a cap on the marker, walks out. Every person in the entire room sitting there going, what? What are we supposed to do with this? And so they're all looking around, all trying to figure this whole thing out. And one student pops up in about 5 seconds, hands in his paper, walks out. Well, everybody's sitting there like, well, he definitely quit, right? That guy doesn't care. Guess what happens? All of a sudden, this one student, there's only one student who gets an A on his paper, right? Only one. And it was that student. Do you know what he wrote? He said, what chair? Question mark. Turned in his paper and walked out and got an A like a boss. What was he doing, and why does that have anything to do with sales? The whole lesson there was life is what you perceive it to be. Was the chair there? Maybe to you it was, but to him it wasn't. Maybe for you, you see a big chair. Maybe to somebody they see a small chair. Your perception does not mean it is a reality. Right? So if I'm looking at a lot and I think, oh, this is a terrible lot. It backs right into another person. It's on a slope. It's got, no backyard. It's right on a road. The interstate's there. Whatever your excuse might be, that is your perception of that lot. That doesn't mean it's factual. So when it comes to selling difficult products, selling difficult homes and floor plans, whatever that might be, you have to remember that just because you perceive a problem does not mean that problem is the reality for another person. You need to go to that home and you need to write down 3 things, just 3 things that you love about that house, 3 things you love about this product, 3 things that you love about that lot. And this might be really, really challenging for you, but I promise you, if you write down these 3 things and then you speak them to yourself in the mirror, get conviction, believe it, say it with confidence. When you're going out to sell that lot, you're going to start shifting your perception of that lot. And when you start to believe in what you're selling, you are far more likely to sell it. So this is, in today's lesson, the only thing we're talking about is your perception. How do you see your lot? How do you see your product? And how do you see your specific problem? Your problem might be somebody else's solution. Hope this video helped you. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Let me know your thoughts on the story. Still one of my favorite stories. Maybe you see something different. Like I said, that was just my perception. Hope you guys have a good one.